Small companies of all types use creative solutions to support nursing women in the workplace. Learn their ideas for providing time and privacy to express milk, even when space is limited, and building a workplace team that helps women feel supported.
I am the Director of the Division of Program Coordination in the Department of Health and Human Service, Office on Women's Health. Data shows that women who have space to continue breastfeeding while they're working, they come back to work, they tend to be more loyal, they stay with the companies longer, they're happier employees. They are not taking off as much time with sick children.
This is Red Hen Baking Company. We've been here for 13 years. My husband and I started it, just the two of us, and we've grown this business. We now have 42 employees, and a number of them have been with us the entire time. I want to have a business where people feel comfortable having children and feel supported, and as a mother myself, I went through breastfeeding my children at work, and I think every woman should have that capability.
They knew I had a baby, and when we were first talking about the job, I said, you know, I'm gonna have to pump at work, and they were like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Well, I get a 45-minute lunch break, so I would usually take 20 minutes in the morning to pump, and then take a lunch break, and then I would clock out for another pumping break later.
We certainly don't have enough nursing mothers to be able to dedicate a room only to lactation, but we have an office that's used on sort of an intermittent basis throughout the day.
So if someone just has to go take a break in the midst of that, it's a little bit of a challenge, but we have two women who are currently working here who are both bakers. One's a pastry baker and one's a bread baker. And what we decided, we just needed to have an extra person around who could just step in when that time came. So we have somebody in the back. My husband and I can both do everything here. So one or the other of us will step in and cover so that the mom can get what she needs.
One of the great sources of pride for me is that as our business has grown, as we have been able to compensate people better and offer better health benefits, we've seen our employees, the sort of demographics of our employees shift from being kind of 20-somethings who are in between one thing and another to now where we have quite a number of people who are a little bit older than that and looking to find a job in a field that they've chosen and would like to stay with for a long time.
Oh, I think they're great. I really appreciate everything that they've done, and they've been really flexible. You know, when you have kids, it's hard to work around a schedule sometimes, and they've always been totally cool about everything, so I definitely am grateful for them.
It's not hard, and that's one of the things that we have found as we have gone out with this project, is that employers are telling us it's not difficult.
It wasn't hard at all. Like I said, it didn't affect my day-to-day operations at all. As long as they communicated with me. Melissa Willett was like, hey, I'm pregnant. I just asked her, I said, hey, are you gonna need this place to breastfeed while you're working here?
I was actually sort of relieved that he asked the question before I had to bring it up, because it was something I was thinking about. Like, I didn't know how to go about bringing up the conversation, so I was very relieved that he brought it up first, and he found a professional way to do it.
She was really good at doing her pumping on 10-minute breaks. She might take 15 and then worked a little bit more. And then on lunch, she used that time at lunch also to do it. So the workday was never really interrupted. Helping my employees nursing goes along with the mission statement of helping people find jobs.
By providing support for these mothers in the workplace, they will know that they can go back to work, yet they can continue to the breastfeeding relationship so that they can meet their breastfeeding goals.
There are just so many benefits that employees gain from this, while at the same time helping their female employees care for their children, care for themselves, and contribute to, strong, healthy families.
Well, essentially, here, every mom gets to bring their babies with them to work. So they pretty much can nurse on demand.
There's such a strong need for this kind of workplace, and we can tell that by how eager people are to work here and how surprised they are when they see employees with their babies here in the workplace.
Support that Buffy and Amy offer to me and Helen and I's needs is pretty priceless. It's more important than any pay scale I could ever be offered.
I think that our employees are so much more motivated to be here than they would be were their child somewhere else.
I think a lot of employers think that having your baby at work is going to have a negative effect, but actually I think it's the opposite.
I think that bringing babies to work has been really the easiest solution that we've had. From a business perspective, I think that we're providing our most valued benefit, a year with their baby and ability to breastfeed and that flexibility to really to be there.
I think that employers need to recognize this, at the very least be able to support women who choose to breastfeed. They should choose to have a designated area.
So we kind of play musical offices, and when a baby's on the way, we have one office that works particularly well because it's kind of a box sitting out on its own and has privacy. But people, if they don't have an office where they can close the door and have a little bit of privacy, then they can move to one.
In the beginning, we didn't have anything formal about the program, so now, we kind of worked over the years to kind of formalize it and to kind of put some parameters around it. And if you can't bring your baby to work, because there's some positions like at our distribution center, you pay a portion of daycare for the first year of life.
Really very little disruption to the company, little to no cost to the company, and our retention of employees. I think if you look at the people that have been in our company the longest, they've all been people that have had babies in the company.
I think we all feel indebted, that they were able to, care for us and give us this opportunity.
It makes you definitely more grateful for the position that you have. It makes you more loyal to your employers.
You too can support nursing women at your business. Learn how to make it work at www.womenshealth.gov/breastfeeding/@-work. Supporting nursing women at work is good for business. 3-to-1 return on investment, helps recruit and retain good employees, lowers absenteeism rates, improves productivity, builds employee morale and loyalty. Funded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office on Women's Health. HHS has designed these videos solely for the purpose of providing examples of the ways businesses accommodate nursing women. Please contact your state labor department to assure that solutions comply with your state laws. HHS does not imply endorsement of any one strategy for compliance with the break time for nursing mothers provision of the federal law. All persons pictured in these videos have provided permission for use of their likeness for federal purposes only. Commercial business scenes do not imply endorsement by HHS.